Yeah, I'm so extra. Express myself, I'm next up. Yeah, one more juicy. Coming up. Yeah. Come on, come up now. Come on, stop me. Come on, you coming up.
OMG, we are back. Happy New
Yes.
Year. Oh my God, it feels like it's been forever since we've been on here. Happy New
I
Year
know.
and welcome to House of Peach. We are in 2024. If you are watching us live, then guess what? You were among the elite that God saw fit to bring into this new year to do greater things in this year. Oh my goodness. Hey Mo,
Hey, hey, happy New Year.
how are you?
I am great. I cannot complain.
You know
How was
what?
your day?
I'm feeling a little jealous. I need to have a background because this white wall is not working for me. I feel like I'm, in some institution or something. There's a
Look, get your background on real quick.
I
We'll
need to get
wait.
the background going. Like this is not working. However, in the interim, I'll change that up in a minute here. But we want to say Happy New Year to everyone. We're so honored to have you on. We got so much feedback in 2023 of all of the things that had taken place with House of Peach, from all of our guests that were able to come on, to the He Said, She Says part that we have every month. And Morgan has single handedly filled our book for like the first 2.5, 3 months. Can you believe that?
Today.
Today, in one day, not even 24 hours.
Yeah,
One,
today.
not even a full, just part of the day. I mean, I'm in class teaching and doing work, and that you just constantly sending stuff. And I was like, and another one, and another one, and another one.
When I say I am so excited for our guests this year,
Yeah.
like, I mean, we set a bar last year with
Yeah,
our
we
first
did.
year, and we had some absolutely phenomenal guests.
Right,
So
right.
like, just you guys hold on to your seats, because I want you guys to really be prepared for the women entrepreneurs that are coming through here, and the little changes and fun things that we're doing with the He Said, She Said segments, and all of these other kind of things. Like, this year is about to be lit for House of Peach. I hope you guys are super, super, super ready.
Absolutely. Now it looks like my thing is lagging. I got to take my background off. I can't do that. See, I wanted to be like you and check my background, and it ain't working. So no background for me. You know what it is? It's my computer. See, my computer, nobody can see it from this end, but my computer, half the screen is like, I'm about to go out. So I can't play with that. I just got to leave this white. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get, how you can go to Dollar General or Dollar Tree and get those stickers to put on the wall and
Yeah,
decorate
yeah,
with?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm going to do. This corner is going to be House of Peach corner, right?
Yes, I love it. I love it. Or listen, we just get Peach to do a quick DIY for you on how to do an accent wall. You
Yeah.
know,
I love it. I love it. So, for those of you that are on, we want you to do us a favor. Can you do us a favor? What is that? I'm so happy you asked. We need you to share this out. Share this broadcast out. Let people know that we're on. I did some sharing while the intro was in, letting people know, hey, we're on, we're back, because they've been asking, are you guys doing your show? Absolutely. Today we will be on. We had the flyer out, and listen, this topic is awesome. This is a beginning for this year, and we are going to make sure that this is an intentional year. Last year we did great things, but y'all, come on, we have to go harder and stronger. And so Morgan and I are going to talk about it today. It's just going to be us today, and we're going to get all into it. And then starting next week, let the games begin with the guests. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I got to tell you publicly, thank you. You know why? Because that Facebook group that you sent me the invitation for, like I've already reached out to several people to be on their podcast to promote my book and the master class and all the other things that I'm doing. I was like, I didn't even know this group exists.
Neither did I. So I cannot take any credit for it. Peach actually sent it to me.
Ah,
So
well,
Peach
thank
sent me
you.
an invite and I was like, oh, okay. So I,
Oh my,
got into it, but I never really looked at it. And then
right.
like 2 days ago, I was like, wait a minute. So that's what kind of compelled me. Like, honestly, it was like 8 hours. It was like last night I made a quick post and it was just like, hey guys, we've got a podcast here and looking for some new, exciting guests. And in 8 hours, we just got an outpour of interests. I've got,
Yeah.
interest meetings lined up for tomorrow as well. So I don't know. We might end up being booked up till June as of tomorrow. So anybody
Listen,
else who's been watching faithfully, friends
right,
of ours, people that we know, new Facebook friends because we're entrepreneurs and constantly networking and making meaningful connections.
right.
Listen, get on the books,
And if
because when I
you,
tell you
yeah.
folks are flocking and wanting to be a part of this because they love what we're doing here, they love the idea of what we're sharing, and the premise of the show, and we know that we definitely have something that's good. So I'm like I said, I'm overly excited for what's to come.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. It
Hey
and
G, how you doing?
if I have called you and left you a message about being a guest on the show and you dragging your feet and not calling back, you might be at the end of 2024 because we're getting booked. Hey Jackie, I see you here. I'm looking. You have your Facebook page pulled up?
Hey,
Hello, hello.
Jackie.
Hey GH1 Accord. Happy New Year. So happy to have
Happy
you on
New
here.
Year.
Share this out and let people know you are watching us from YouTube. So let people know that we are on. So, what did you do over the holiday? How were your holiday season? How was the time?
Very low key. I had a baby Christmas Eve.
Not her personally, y'all.
No.
Not her personally.
Yes, yeah. Those of you who are new, I am a doula. So when I talk about I had babies, I am at a birth. I am not having any more babies myself, unless surrogacy is something that I am blessed to participate in. But no, I am not having personally any more babies. But a wonderful baby girl was born on Christmas Eve. Mom did absolutely amazing. She still is. I got to see her yesterday. So yeah, I was like, my holidays, at least Christmas was, birth, and New Year's was actually very low key, which was good. Got to hang with my ace and really just kind of chill. So
No, very nice. I spent the week of Christmas over into the new year with my mother and my kids, my grandkids, and that was fun. I think that is the longest I've stayed in my hometown since I left many years ago.
okay,
Usually I come in and I'm like 2 days and I'm out. Like, okay,
okay.
I've been here long enough, gotta go. But I was there over a week. And I moved into a house on January 1st. So I started off the new year in an amazing house that is just everything. It's really nice. And when I walked in, I was like, yeah, this is home. This is home. So I have enjoyed
Wonderful.
my 1 week. Yesterday marked one whole week that I've been in here. The Ariel and I have been here. So it's kind of, when you don't have furniture in, the sound bounces off the wall. So it's like when I talk to people, they're like, where are you? Oh, my house doesn't have furniture in it yet. It's still in New Jersey. So I have to get, but I'm happy. I'm like, I don't care. I got a blow up mattress and I have running water and I have food in the refrigerator. So I'm good.
Absolutely. That's the fun part sometimes of the move-in, and especially when it's a place where like you can finally, let your hair down. I know like the first part of the move was iffy. What are we going to do? And then, now you're here. So this is super exciting. I'm super happy for you. And I'm proud of you for just kind of still trusting the process and moving
Oh my
along with
goodness.
it.
because
We'll
I almost
see.
jumped ship. Like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And God was like, okay, here she is. I got to try. I got to do this again because she's trying to, run. And then when I get the confirmation, because I tell people, I say, God knows how I am. I'm one of his special kids.
Right.
So he knows that I'm going to need some stuff that's going to solidify, because I talked with a friend of mine yesterday. She said, April, you're super analytical. And I am. And I try not to be, but I'm like constantly running things through my mind. So that's what I did. And it almost talked myself out of it. But I'm glad I didn't, because the way that I got into this house was just never heard of. Like, I was in shock that it happened the way that it did. So I'm happy. So the beginning of the year, the first day of the year started off, I got a new business partner, and I also moved into my home in a new location. So all of this stuff has happened. So now we need to focus on what we're doing for this year. Hello, Facebook user. We don't have your name, but if you would be kind to say who you are. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Now, if you have not subscribed to the House of Peach, the QR code is on the screen. All you got to do is scan it with your phone and subscribe, because you don't want to miss what's going down in 2024. Like, Morgan and I have been talking about different things to do throughout this year, and we're going to have a meeting with Peach and with Smack, and we're going to get it done. We're going to get it on the calendar, because they better get on the calendar before I have to say, I can't make it. I'm already going over here and already there. And like, my calendar is filling with the travel stuff. So make sure you subscribe. We want you to know what's going on.
Yes.
Now, tonight, our topic for tonight is so befitting.
Hi, Latoya.
Hi, Latoya. So do more in 2024. And whatever that looks like to you, because I know for me, and I tell people I only talk about me, and I have to be transparent with me about me, is sometimes I battle with my consistency. Like, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to achieve. And I start off well. And then at some point in time through the process, it's like I run out of steam, or I get easily distracted, or I get frustrated or disappointed. And then I like nibble at it, but I'm not gung-ho for it. But
Right.
this year, I'm changing that narrative and not going to do that anymore. I refuse to not reach the goals that I know that I'm capable of reaching, because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. I'm not staying consistent with it. So I think I'm not alone in that. There are a lot of people that deal with the consistency, but I know I'm only talking about me. I can't talk about y'all. I can talk about me and my consistency. What do you think about that, Mo?
Absolutely. The the do more is a different type of intentional for me. I had said to you, I was like, yeah, I'm not really into, the resolutions and stuff. A lot of people aren't really, they don't keep resolutions. They're always talking about things that, they're going to do. I feel like we should be celebrating where we are, and the growth that we've made in this last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is where we have set the bar for the do more for next year.
Mm-hmm.
We should constantly be evolving, wanting to grow, be better, learning new things, different perspectives,
Yeah.
broadening our horizons. And if we're staying in the same space, if we're being the smartest people in our group, if we're not thinking and being outside of the boxes that we know it's very comfortable and easy for us to be able to create for ourselves, that's only putting you at a disadvantage. It's only blocking your blessings. It's only holding you up from where you're actually supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as I had said last year in a couple of our shows, remember your obedience and what your purpose and the purpose for your life is if you were sitting and stalling on that, you were actually holding up someone else's blessings. You were holding up someone else's progress. And do we really want to sit here and personally be responsible for someone else not being able to reach their goals because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing?
Absolutely.
Everyone is meant for different connections or different times. We don't really know why we've connected. Obviously, it's to create this amazing show, but there's something else, there's something else that's a part of
Oh
why
yeah.
the two of us have connected. And once we see exactly what that is, I mean, what I would feel absolutely horrible if I was being disobedient or being scared or stagnant, and that was holding you back from the next step of where you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we should be taking ourselves, we should be taking our sisters and brothers, our growth and our day to day personally and seriously, because I mean we all know we're in the last days. So if you're going to do anything, you might as well do it now and make it count.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree 100% about the personal growth, because the growth and the things that I did for me to better me in 2023 was like, wow. And if you just a year prior in 2022, at the beginning of the year, I would not have ever thought that I would start on that journey of April discovery of me, the growth and advancement of me, not in my career or things or obtaining stuff, just me being comfortable with who I am, loving me, and everything to deal with my mental and my emotional and all of that. So to be where I am, it's like, wow, this is something. When I can see the difference in me, it's great that other people see it, but I've been intentional about not allowing negativity. And I redirect that all the time. My son, I love my son. He's 18. He's in college at North Carolina Central University. Shout out to NCCU in Durham, North Carolina. And he and my mom and I were having a conversation before he went back a few days ago. And we were sitting at the table and we were talking about school, because school bills and all of that stuff comes up. And so he immediately was like, well, if I need to leave school, then I will. And, it's okay. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Nobody's talking about leaving school. We're not going that route. Something is going to happen that's going to aid you in that. And I said, listen, you have a part to play too. There are things that you can do as well. So don't think negatively, because whatever you speak out of your mouth that's negative, or you think that, you're going to bring that into existence. You're going to manifest that. You're going to school. You're going all 4 years. You're going to graduate with a degree and debt free. That's what I told him before
I hear that.
You're going to school. You're going to graduate with a degree and debt free. That's what's going to take place. And I stand on that 100%. So be mindful of what you say. And when I say that his demeanor changed, he just calmed all the way down and was like, okay, mom, you're right. You're absolutely. I know I'm right. I'm not just saying this just to say it. I mean that. But when you get to a place to where I press the panic button because of finances, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I'm wringing my hands and I'm like, oh God, what's going to happen? How am I going to do this? And now I don't do that. Like, no, because I manifest what I want. I manifest what I need. And I change what I speak. I change how I think. You'd be surprised if you just take a thought, and if it's something negative or not for your growth or for you, for your health or wealth or whatever, and you cast that thing down and replace it with something else, you would be surprised at how much further you would get.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can do this one exercise, because I know everyone loves to just start new things in January. So every single time you go to say something negatively, like you go to your bank account and you got $15 left in here, and the first thing you're gonna say is what?
I don't have any money. I'm broke.
I don't have to. No, look in there and be like, oh my goodness, look at this abundance in this account. Speak life into your situation.
Oh yeah.
Speak positivity into the situation. Something looks like, it's goodness, it starts raining. Oh, thank you still for this amazing day. It's still an opportunity for you to get up. Somebody didn't even get up to see that it was raining today. So if we can start to train ourselves to find gratitude, find the good, find the positivity, to speak life and create the things that we want. Everybody wants to be talking right now about this, Cat Williams interview with, on Club Shay Shay. But let's be real. Like there's a lot of gems that he dropped in there that had nothing to do with anybody that he called out on the carpet at all. And one of them being that he talked about the favor that he has and the relationship that he has. And I think what people were aggravated or annoyed with was the confidence in who he is. There is nothing that you can tell him about himself. I don't know if you guys have ever watched different things like him on Wild 'N Out. It didn't matter what Nick Cannon said. Yeah, okay. And I've seen him on interviews where there have been, hosts that have been extremely disrespectful, have taken, jokes and heckling and things way too far. And he gave them right back the same thing that they were regurgitating, but in the most respectful way possible with a smile on his face, and wasn't getting, up in arms. Like, I think that there is actually something that we can learn from him. And I take a look at Facebook memories, they come up. I feel like sometimes now they come up for a reason. And if you guys haven't noticed, over the last maybe 5 or 6 years, January of every year, there is some kind of scandal, some kind of big uncovering of somebody doing something, whether it has to do with sexual assault, misconduct, misappropriation of funds, whatever the case may be. January is that year where just all of this stuff comes falling out the closet. And I need y'all to know this is the year to stop sweeping stuff under the rug. If you haven't learned already, there is no such thing as successfully sweeping anything under the rug, and it stays.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you really want to handle something, stand on your business and actually handle that, whatever it is. Because you don't sit here, my husband likes to say, you scared, get a dog. Yeah. Like, for real.
Yeah.
You done already done that. You done already put yourself in that path. You don't already made that decision. So you can't sit here now and want to pussyfoot around what the consequences and stuff are. You should have thought of that ahead of time. This is a year of being intentional. This is a year about doing things right. This is a year about not taking shortcuts. This is a year of abundance for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that we've known, that we've seen on this show this last year. A lot of people that, like, in the last 24 hours that I've met, when I say things are starting to open up, the work that people have been doing in private, the work that seems like that has been gone unnoticed. These things are now starting to come up, and the fruit is about to start to bear. Like, we are at the end. Like, spring is about to be here. What happens in the spring? Everything starts to bud. Everything starts to come back out. The leaves start to come. Here comes the fruit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because right now, this is planting time. This is the seedling time. This is time to start stuff together. So, yeah, let's do more.
Y'all listen.
Do more.
She's up here preaching and prophesying tonight. Now, listen, have you been on Dr. V's lives? Because before 2024 came in, she said that there was going to be exposure, and it wasn't going to be little exposure. This was going to be big exposure of things. And it's real. This stuff is happening, and people are just shocked and up in arms. Nothing shocks me anymore. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like you said, we can't sweep things under the rug anymore. You can't bury your head in the sand. No, let's deal with this
And
stuff.
you know what? Here's another thing, not to cut you off, but this is the year. What we're not going to do anymore is have these connections with people that we know are not choosing to do the right thing, and then we're just keeping our mouth shut and going along with it. No, like you said, year of exposure, expose that.
Yeah.
Let somebody know, you know what? Listen, that's what you're doing. You're all right with that. I'm not. So therefore I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be connected to nothing. I'm not going to be sharing your nothing. I'm not going to be telling nobody about your nothing if your stuff isn't right. Why? Because I can't have certain things that are connected to me. It might seem selfish, it might seem mean, but no, this is a boundary for me. I am not going to connect myself to anything that is not going to be fruitful or can tarnish what I am trying to build. Point blank, period. If y'all can't have that kind of mindset about yourselves, this year is going to be real rough.
Oh yeah, and people end up getting hurt by that. And
Yeah.
we're not trying, you should not be trying to hurt people but help. Where are the helpers? Where are those that are genuine, that want to do more, that want to be helpful, that want, like I want to help people get to their next level, whatever that may be.
Yes.
What can I do? Even if I just have one little piece that I can do, like what we do here on the show.
Absolutely.
We bring entrepreneurs on.
Exactly. We're not the gatekeepers to anything. And we would look crazy if we were sitting here trying to hold on to information, trying to get people to pay us for information that we are learning as we're growing. Why not share that?
Yeah.
Why not share that? There's no such thing as competition. Do you know how many podcasts are out here? There are so many podcasts out here that are absolutely crazy. But guess what? And I guarantee you there's at least 50 that are women entrepreneurship and empowerment podcasts.
Yeah.
But nothing like H.O.P.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do, and that doesn't take anything away from any of those other 50 shows. But what we're bringing to the table and what we have is something that's unique.
Yeah.
And that is not anything of a competition or a downplay on what anybody is doing.
Right.
What it is just making us confident in what we're bringing and knowing that the purpose that we're walking in this is actually being fulfilled. That's what you mind. You drink water, mind your business. This is your business.
Right. Where's my tea? Let me sip my tea.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have things that I'm trying to do.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Lisa.
I'm not going to hinder you, and you surely are not going to hinder me. But if we can help each other in any way, trust me, I'll be there. I will help you, and then we're going to go on with our lives. But we have to desire more. One thing that I can say, there's a certain area where I don't like to be around people who don't have forward thinking minds. Like you're not thinking outside the box, number one, and you don't want anything more than where you are. You're comfortable with where you are. Now, if you have arrived and you have everything that you want in life and you can do what you want to when you want to and everything is great, then you've arrived and you're good where you are. But for those of us that are still striving to get there, I'm not just comfortable with how it is. No, because I know, and we always go back to what the word says, what God says about us. If we are his children, he is the king. He's the king. We are heirs to the throne. So I've never seen an heir to the throne to be not living to their potential. So if they are, it's because they've made the decision to do that and they're going a different route. So that's their choice. But I can't live in this year and not achieve greater than what I did in 2023 was great. But there's so much more because I'm trying to get there. I want to get to where I really envision myself being. The things that I've written down, like I journal. I love the journal. So I'm writing stuff down, my thoughts and my feelings and what I want and where I see myself. I'm manifesting that stuff, but it's going to require me to make sure that I'm mentally ready. My heart is ready, because some people get stuff, they get the big head, then they don't know anybody. I'm not that person. And I've never been that person because I've seen too many people do that. And it's annoying to me. Like, how can you get to that point? Did you remember that you were once in their shoes? And now just because you've got a little bit of something, here you are. No, if I got it and I've made it, here, come on, come on, y'all. We gotta go. Come on, let's go.
That's not to be confused with me giving from my cup.
Yeah.
Because the what you've got that I've got is one, from my overflow. And two, not everybody is even entitled to my overflow. Because that's the other thing. There's a lot of people who think that even when you just got the overflow, that they're entitled to it.
Yeah.
And those are the same people who think that, guess what, that they have arrived. Newsflash. Until you die, you have not arrived anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally, you haven't
Yeah.
arrived, because at no point in time have any of us gotten to the epitome of who we're supposed to be.
Right.
There are a lot of us that are walking in our purpose, but even those who are walking in our purpose, we still don't all have it right. There are still things that on a day to day that we could be working on to be able to get better. So there's always a way for you to get better. There's always a way for you to grow. There's always still a way for you to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know everything. You'll never know everything. So
Yeah.
then there should always be a strive to continue to add to what you already have.
Right. Right. So let's see. Jackie says no more settling in 2024. And she also says the veil is being removed in this season. Look at the uncovering of these major people. Exactly. Exactly. But they have their own things that they have to deal with. And I although it's unsettling to hear some of the things that I've heard, I got to focus on me because they can't do anything for me. And all I can do for them is send up a prayer.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I need to do more for April and April's lineage and April's generations to come afterwards. But we need to be accountable. We need to be accountable for what we do. We need to be accountable for what we say. I had one of the instructors at the college where I'm teaching. I had told my students yesterday about how I do medication on my sterile field for surgery. And so they told this instructor that in lab on today. And she said, Miss April would never say that. Oh my God, I'm going to tell her that you said that. And so she messaged me to tell me that. I said, I told them that because it is a fact. I haven't done that in 19 years. Like, I don't do that. And she was like, oh, wow. She said, well, you know, they're going to say something. Absolutely. And I will tell them that I said that and not to worry about it. But I'm accountable for what I say. If I'm going to say it to you, then I mean that. I'm not going to give you, just feed you some stuff. I want to tell you the truth. So that's a part of me. I had a conversation with Jason today. It was so funny because I was feeling a certain way. And I'm grateful he has made me feel comfortable enough to just talk about however I'm feeling. Because I would usually keep that because I don't want people thinking, oh, you're thinking that something's wrong with you. No,
Right.
I was able to share honestly how I felt about something. And for him to understand and encourage and give me what he did, how he felt about it, I was like, okay, so now I don't have to sit here and my over analytical brain just start going and mess myself up. So I'm accountable to how I'm feeling. I'm accountable to what I say. I'm accountable to what I do. So y'all, this year in 2024, you have to do more. And your do more is on your own terms. Like we can't tell you, you need to work out more. You need to eat better. You need to do this. You need to do that. We can't tell you that. Only you. But don't just look at one area of your life. Look at it all around. You need to be well rounded. The program director for the program that I'm working in, she says that she wants us to have a good work life balance. So when we clock out, she said, don't check an email, don't do anything. Stay, just completely detached. So be well rounded. So when you do more, let it be from every area that's going to benefit you. She said it's something about this year that's bringing people to life. Absolutely. We are finally waking up. We're
Well, it's the year of awakening. I mean, how many years are people? It's like let think about this. When you walk down the street and you always see that one person with that big billboard sign and they're yelling, doom and destruction, and it's the end is near and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You can be walking, you can be on your walk, but the reality is you keep hearing and you keep hearing and you keep hearing, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's on this corner, this guy's on this corner, this guy's on this corner. Some of this stuff has been said for years. Some of these people, like even we saw with the whole R. Kelly situation, that stuff was hiding in plain sight. Sometimes you just need to open your eyes. Sometimes you have to believe what people are telling you. Sometimes you have to believe the far-fetched conspiracy theorists that's really out there, because let's be real, that's how the enemy operates. That's how confusion is able to be set in. That's how there can be a great divide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you believe in the Bible or not, I think that you can resonate with a scripture that says, "My people perish for a lack of knowledge."
Absolutely.
If you don't have knowledge, which is information,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do not have wisdom, which is the knowledge how to use that knowledge
Mm-hmm.
effectively,
Yeah. Right.
you are going to perish.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know something, now is not the time to be egotistical. Now is the time to seek out that information so that
Yep.
you can be able to thrive. This is life and death now, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
this is real. This
It
is
is.
real.
It
But
is.
the end is really near, and folks ain't been trying to hear that either. You know,
Yeah.
it's always, oh, the church is doom and gloom, and 2000 came and it was supposed to shut down. Then
Right.
2020 came and it was supposed to shut down. Now they talk about 2050 and it's supposed to shut. Y'all, listen, we don't know when stuff's about to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
But those of us who do know some things, we know that the end is near.
And we're preparing ourselves. We're getting ourselves together.
Yes,
So we're doing the internal work to make sure if it in fact is going to be the end, I want to make
yes.
sure I'm ready.
I want to make sure
I'm
that I'm ready.
not getting ready to be left behind. Not me.
Exactly. But if I'm still going to be here for another 20, 30 years, I'm also not going to sit here and slouch. We talk about, oh, well, the end is near, so I might as well just YOLO.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what we do here either.
Right, right. And I told my students that we started a new term on yesterday, and I was talking to them about their homework assignments. I said, listen, don't wait until the last minute to do your homework assignments because you never know what could happen. Your kids could get sick, you could have technical difficulties, and you have your assignments are late and they're locked and you can't do them. So you're going to end up getting a 0 and you can't go back and make that up. So you can't go back and retrieve this lost time that you have allowed because you're like, oh, I got some time. Let me post up. And then you just rush it and scrambling when, oh, is it really happening? Now I'm scrambling. No, I'm not. No. So I am, along with others, Dr. V, she is such an amazing strategist and she is on point with stuff and brings things at the right time. So we all started this 12-week year. And I know a lot of people have heard about that, the 12-week year. So 12 weeks is equivalent to a year. So we're not thinking annually anymore, 12 weeks. So each week really equates to a month. So 12 weeks, we have goals. So we listed 2 goals, each one that's doing this together. We listed 2 goals that we wanted to accomplish this year, not 2024 as a whole, but in this 12 weeks. And every single week, we have tasks and things that we're going to do consistently to reach our goals. At the end of every week, we're going to evaluate our activity for the week to see how much closer we got to that. So I'm not going, if I say I want to make a certain amount of money, I'm not going to just lollygag. And this is one of the things that she said and that people do is that we just lollygag for the first, 8 months because we're like, oh, we have so much time. And then we get to the last 4 months of the year and everybody's like rushing to make it happen. No, I want to start it now. I want to give myself these 12 weeks. What can I do in these 12 weeks to better me? It's not all about the money. It's not all about the everything. What can I do to better myself? And I'm going to be intentional about that. I'm doing more. So this is a real challenge for me because it's going to make me really, really tighten up on my schedule. However, I want that because I want more for myself. I want more for my family. I want more for my future. And why not? Why not do that? So y'all pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to the things that's going on in your lives. It's not by coincidence. I don't even believe that there was a coincidence. I don't believe that word because things happen for a reason. Things come up for a reason. Pay attention to that. So, all right. Jason says, both of you are already doing more. I'm proud of both of you being consistent with the show. Absolutely. Because we have people to reach. And to hear about that, it just made me feel really good to hear Smack when she said it's so great to go out into the community and hear about the show and how people are enjoying the show. We have folks all over the world watching our show. I didn't realize that. Like we some international chicks up in here. What?
Exactly. I was like, and I can't listen when I say I cannot wait for our guests for this year. Like we just this is growth. We are doing more, absolutely, right
Yeah.
here. Um, I know that I personally want to do more in my work life
Mm.
balance
Mm.
area. And so that requires me to do more right now so that I can do less later.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to be as intentional as possible in these first few months. So then it makes it a whole lot easier moving forward because I do have a lot that's going on. I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot that's coming at me. There's a lot of doors that are closing, there's a lot of doors that are opening. And so at this point in time, I'm over here like, I'm getting excited and anxious because God is showing me all that He has for me, and these
Right.
things are like really, really big. And my biggest fear is fumbling these big things that I know I can be able to handle, and He's already shown me how I can be able to handle them. So the
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and the stagnant part of me that would want to be like, okay, yeah, no, never mind, give me like 6 more months. Now I'm ready, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh my goodness, in order for me to be ready now, I have to be more intentional. So, yes, that's why I spent today doing what I did, because there are things that I'm not going to be able to do when it comes to this. And I need this to be in order. I
Yeah.
don't want to fumble this because
Right.
that's me fumbling a lot of other people. It's not just me. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just our producers. This is not just me, throwing you on the spot. Like there's a lot that's involved in that.
Yeah.
Things with my business, trying to put certain events together, revamping. I have a whole new team that I'm working with. So I'm over here like, I have to start writing things down where I wouldn't before. I have to start scheduling things a lot differently. Like literally every single minute of my day is scheduled.
Yeah.
I had an amazing conversation with a girlfriend of mine. Shout out to Huck and Buck Farm in Smyrna, which is where I get all of my goods and my produce and stuff for caterings. But we were talking about just in general how life is changing, how friendships are changing, relationships, and it's even getting harder to have conversations or get people on the phone that you're friends with to just catch up. Because the reality is, it's like, I got like 10 minutes for you.
Yeah.
And that's not me being mean. It's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't want to catch up. But there are things that are coming into place that need my attention. And right there is when I need them. But then that also means knowing how to be able to shut off certain things. And I know that this like really, really spoke to me. She was like, there's certain times where you can't answer the phone because you know that this is going to be a 2-hour conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have 2 hours to talk.
Yeah. That's 2
Now,
hours
for
of
me,
non-productive time.
exactly. Now, for me, I will be over here like, oh, yeah, I can talk and do something else at the same time. But let's
But
be
you
honest,
can't.
there is no such thing as effective multitasking. I don't
No.
care what anyone tells you,
Yeah.
because you are not fully focusing on the one thing that you've got in front of you or the other thing that you've got in front of you. So both of them are getting half of your attention, which means that you're kind of getting it half-assed done. That's not what the intention is at the end.
Yep.
So yeah, we got to start changing a lot of our ways. And that might be from here on out, every time you go to watch a show, put your phone down. How many times can you actually watch a whole show without scrolling or playing a game at the same time?
Yeah.
I know I'm guilty, like totally guilty. I will throw on a show and then rewind the first 15 minutes 3 times because I done got engrossed in whatever else I was doing and completely forgot. You know what I mean? Or be like, oh, I'm supposed to be trying to wind down, and that's what I feel like doing right now. But now I'm over here checking emails or getting into a new group that could potentially bring more business, or I can learn something from.
Yeah.
Like, we got to find that balance of what works,
I think
and then what's important.
one of the greatest things that I did coming into 2024 was I changed my phone number, because my phone would chomp all the time. It was a notification or a phone call, a notification of text. I mean, it's nonstop all day long. I would wake up in the morning to a string of stuff, and then it's all day, all day. I said, you know what? I'm doing things differently in 2024. So new home, new location, new phone number. And I just bloop, with a click of a button, they like choose which number you want. Oh, I like this sequence. Bam, done. Like I can't, and I can say that for these past, it hasn't even been, well, it hasn't even been a week yet. Hasn't
Mhm.
even been a week yet that, or maybe it has been that I've had this new number, and it is so much more peaceful than it was before. Because, like you said, I have to be intentional about what I'm doing. So I don't have all of this excessive time, and I'm the person like, oh well, let me sit, let me talk to them because they know no, you on the clock. I got 10 good minutes, and clock starts now. And then, all right, we're gonna have to wind this up. I'm gonna have to finish this conversation another time because my other tasks that I have written down that I need to do, I need this completed before I go to bed. So me sitting here and shooting the breeze. Now I may pick a day where I'm not doing anything, and that could be Saturday or Sunday, where that's just my chill back day. Then yeah, we can conversate. Can you call me back on Saturday? Can you call me back on Sunday? We'll talk about this then. Other than that, come on, I got stuff to do. I have things to do there. And I've been guilty of dropping the ball. Even with House of Peach, I've dropped the ball on things. We were on a roll really good about having our schedule laid out. And then along the way, I wanted to talk about me. I started slacking. So every week we were trying, like, okay, we have had 6, 8 good months of just scheduling, and then now it's like, who are we gonna have? Who are we reaching out to? Who's gonna be on the show? What's the topic? And it just wasn't where it was. But this year that's not happening
Yeah.
because you've done the beginning part. And now here we are. It's just constantly coming. So we just have to stay on top of that. And I'm good. I got a calendar. And I started writing stuff down. And I'm on that calendar making sure, okay, I did that. All right, what's next on my list? Okay, I did that. And I feel accomplished doing it. But we have to do
Yeah.
all, we have to look at ourselves and take inventory and do more for us to make sure we get what we want, achieve the things that we do. So happy New Year, Nicole. We see you. We see you. So she's doing some great things. I wanted her to come on for our Where Are They Now? She's like, girl, I'm gonna be working. So she's doing her thing.
Well, good. I'm glad you're doing your thing. Hey, Nicole. Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, so I'm excited about what's coming. Um, when I get this feeling of something exciting is getting ready to take place, and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. Like, what is it? What is it? I just want to make sure I'm ready. I want to make sure
Yeah.
my mindset is ready. So y'all do that. Do what's necessary to make sure you have the capacity to receive what's coming to you, whatever that is. You got to have the mental capacity to accept and understand, wow, this is happening. This is what I have. And then for many of you, it's the physical capacity. Do you have space in your home? Do you have space in your closet? Do you have space in your bank account? We all have space in our bank account. We all. And if I don't have enough, I can open up another one in a minute.
Exactly. That'll be the time I have no problem with some extra bags. Okay.
Right. Exactly. So, y'all tell us, what are some of the things that you plan to do more this year for you? Not for anybody else, for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get into the habit of doing for everyone else, everything for them, focusing on them. I've been guilty of that. And then when it comes time, okay, what did you do for you? Oh,
Let
I
me
really,
just tell you, that's a distraction from you doing what you're supposed to be doing for yourself. And you can
absolutely.
justify that all you want to. You can be empathetic, kind hearted, all you want to. At the end of the day, you being distracted, you procrastinating, and you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
That's a hard. Oh, let me get some water for this pill. I'm
Yeah,
swallowing.
I'm sorry. Listen, I got a therapist who be like shoving like pills down my throat. Like, here, swallow this one. No, you ain't getting no water either. Here, he's like, I got another one for you real quick. Like,
Right. Yeah,
So
that reality check. That
yeah,
reality
exactly.
check.
And sometimes that's exactly what we need. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a time and a place for flowery speeches. There's a time and a place for empathy. There's a time and a place for understanding. There's never a time for excuses. There's never a time for compromise. There's never a time for lying. And there's never a time for just backing down. That's what we're not doing. So at this point in time, I'm going to be real. If I love you, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. And because you know that where I'm coming from and that I love you and I care, you're not going to sit here and take this personally like, oh, Morgan's being this so-and-so and so. I can't believe Morgan. She got da-da-da-da. She acting self-righteous. No. Because here's the thing. If we're supposed to be sisters, if we're supposed to be brothers, if we're supposed to be friends, we're family, we're people who care about each other. Guess what? If you got a booger in your nose, I'm going to tell you about it, April. But I don't like letting you sit here right here with a whole booger hanging out your nose and think that that's cute. Like, it's not. It doesn't look good for me, nor does it look good for you. So at this point in time, why would we be doing this? Like, everybody wants to sit and talk about, oh, mind your business. Yeah, you can mind your business, but there is a thing called being your brother and your sister's keeper. There is a thing called cooperative economics. There is a thing called helping someone else out. It's called mentoring. It's called pulling someone else out. And I'm not talking about pulling the people up who don't need to be pulled up. I'm not talking about the people who don't want to help themselves, but there are plenty of people who are not at the level that you're at and you haven't arrived yet, but that you can bring up at least to where you're going. And then you can consistently seek out places where now you can be brought up to another level as well. That's how you continue to grow. And then you can be able to pull up other people. If you're going to sit here in your stagnant place and make excuses for things, like I said, this year about to be real hard for you because a whole bunch of us gonna be Bogart. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Get out the way. Take your little right lane behavior and get over there because you do not need to be in this left lane. We over here pushing well past the speed limit because we got places to go.
Absolutely. Y'all, Morgan she got me lit over here like, yeah. Yes, and that's it. You know, we can't be slowed down by those who don't want it. If you don't want it, then okay, that's your choice. I ain't mad at you. I still love you, but I'm going on and I'll see you when I see you. But because
Fat Joe goes that way.
Yeah, so and it's nothing against them. Some people, not every, like you said, not everybody's meant to go. Not everybody's meant to have. Not everybody, meant to advance because their mindset is not there. And I don't know how many times that I've been taught and heard it's a mindset. So if you're comfortable where you are, that's okay. I'm not. No matter how nice things are, I'm not comfortable because I know that I can achieve so much more, that I can be better. I can be a better April.
Right.
I'm going to be a better April this year.
And for those of us who are super kind, we are people pleasers, we like to see the best in everybody. I want you to be honest with yourself this year. I want you to really, and that honest with yourself is listen to that intuition. A lot of the time that intuition tells us, nah, that ain't it. But we still want to, for other reasons, see the best in someone or give them another chance. No, feel that and hear that so that you don't have to come back later. There's so many of us who sit here and bring home stray dogs and then mad that we got fleas later. No.
Right.
Please check that dog before you bring it in the house in the first place. Make sure he ain't got rabies. Like, make the beeline for the ASPCA before he comes to your doorstep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that will let you know whether or not that's somebody that you should now be bringing into your inner circle. We don't have the time to be doing all of this backlog and all of this, back cleaning up and all this, and then feeling like, oh, well, I shouldn't have, or beating ourselves up later. Remember that self beating up. All of that is in the past. It's completely counterproductive. If you can't find a space to be able to be gracious with yourself, because guess what? We're all human and we all fall short.
Yep.
Come holla at me. I got enough empathy to share with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're not getting in my space if you're not. No. I've done that. So much of wasting time with those who shouldn't even have been in my space.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for whatever little lesson I learned. Even if that lesson was stop wasting your time, be
Yeah.
more aware of your time. That was a lesson that I learned. But I'm intentional now. You start talking all that crazy talk, and oh no, All
Right.
right, I'm gonna see you later. I got to go. I'm good.
Exactly. And that space also includes your mental space, because
Yeah.
sometimes people aren't in your physical space, but they are in your mental.
Mhm.
Those are sometimes the ones that we know that we need to cut off, but we don't really know how to. And so they take up a lot of space. Or
Yeah.
ones that, we have cut out of our lives, but the way that they operate still somehow infiltrates how we move. No, like, it's clear that space. I
Mhm.
remember I might have been a junior. I think I was about a junior, either junior or sophomore in high school. And my mom, my best friend, her mother, and we used to go on these college tours, and we would pick a different area of the country and we would go visit. So like one summer we went like New England. The next year we went down south. The next year we went somewhere else. And when we were at Dartmouth, I remember meeting this young lady. Um, and, especially when we were going to schools that were not HBCUs, we would seek out African American students to ask specifically, what are your experiences here on this campus? And she was a young lady that happened to be, I believe, be in some kind of medical program, which is what we were both looking in at the time. And she was just like, if I could tell you anything, is don't let the stupid people fill up the space in your head.
Wow. Wow.
She said, people are going to be stupid. People are going to say stupid things, but don't allow that to fill the space in your head. You've got a lot of space for a whole lot of other things. Let it be filled with ideas. Let it be filled with, joy. Let it be filled with, memories. Let it be filled with good things, but don't allow stupid people and stupid things to take up space in your head.
Yeah, that's good. That's real. And we control that. We
Yeah.
control what we allow in us and in our space. And just know that you have the power to do that. And oh my God, I was such a people pleaser. That was one of my saboteurs, was a pleaser, because I wanted people to like me. So I
Right.
would just let them do whatever because I wanted you to like me when they really didn't like me.
Yeah.
So I had
Well,
to
here we are, not even liking ourselves too. So we over here looking crazy
exactly
because we don't even know who we are. To be
right.
like, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm a whole dime. I'm over here acting like I'm a penny. What is
Thank
up?
you.
What is up? Like, what is up? Well, that's why I'm super, super excited for our guest next week.
All right.
She is very, very interesting. She is a mindset mentor and a
Mm.
hypnotist,
Oh,
which is, yeah, exactly. And
oh.
she is all about really getting into the subconscious mind, how it
Mhm.
works, and how your mind really has a lot to do with everything, even down to your being. So when she wrote to me, she was like, she can even speak about how hypnosis can help clear trauma and PTSD, IBS, panic attacks, all this other kind of stuff. So we're talking about how our mind is connected to our whole body. Well, then we're also talking about how our mind has to do with us manifesting and what we get on the outside as well. So I'm like super, super excited for our guest next
I
week. This is
am
like
too.
perfectly aligned. Um,
With
and yeah,
today, yeah.
absolutely. So I was like, this is for everyone, whether you're into
Oh yeah.
hypnosis, whether you're into astrology, whether you're into like this. When I say come on in, because I'm sure that you're going to get something from this. If nothing else, how to just continue, as we were saying earlier, keep that positivity and those positive words of affirmation going, whether that has to do with your own being or speaking life into your situations.
Yeah. And keep your momentum. Like, don't let your momentum, because when you start losing momentum, you start to slow down. And then before you know it, you have completely stopped. So don't let anything come in the way of you going full speed ahead. Just when a train finally gets up to the speed it's supposed to, ain't nothing stopping that train. When they pull the brakes on that, they have to pull the brakes for a while before it stops that train.
Exactly.
Be
Which
like,
means you now have to also be looking for those mid-course corrections, because trust me, they're going to come.
yeah,
It's part of the
absolutely.
territory, but
Yeah,
be ready for them and keep that momentum going.
Right. So, for those of you that just joined us, we are talking about doing more in 2024. Morgan and I decided that we would be the ones to start off this year strong with talking about, well, doing things for yourself, advancing yourself, making yourself better, your growth, whatever it is. And don't just sit back and take all day to do it. Be intentional about it every single day. If you have not subscribed to the House of Peach, the QR code is on the screen. Please subscribe to our page so you can stay abreast of everything that's going on. And if you are a female entrepreneur or you know a female entrepreneur who has not been a guest on our show, or I'm even going to add this. If you've been a guest on our show before and we didn't have enough time to talk about a different topic or something that we kind of dabbed into,
Yes, yes.
we want you to come back to talk about that and then some, because we had several that we got to start
We were
getting
like,
into.
we need a part 2.
Oh, yeah, right. So we are all for the part 2.
Absolutely.
Or
And
that.
when I say we've gotten a little schmancy as of today. Okay, so we actually have a scheduling link. This allows us to be able to move a little bit differently. So once you hit our inbox, what we will do is, have a conversation, and then we will send you that scheduling link. This way you can be able to schedule yourself in, and
Yeah.
then we will, follow up with you, make sure that we get you your flyer so that you can be able to promote your episode coming up just the same as we do, for each upcoming episode. And then we can be able to move from there. Okay. So yes, part 2s to things, please come on. We've got an influx of people. I believe, honestly, by tomorrow, we probably going to be booked up to at least May.
Ooh, I like the sound.
I know we have a couple of openings in March, but I know we also have some already in April. So I was like, so things are coming super, super fast. And when I say that these women are heavy hitters and they're like full packers, like I'm so, so excited. So shout out to Peach again for
Thank
the
you.
invite to that group. That was absolutely amazing. And that's just going to add to the Rolodex that we still haven't even depleted, but now we get to add an even wider thing. Like we have someone from Hawaii. Okay. We got folks in Montana. All right. Like I'm excited.
We're going all over, everywhere. We've already had our guest who was in Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Portugal. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
So,
yes. Y'all, listen, I'm about to start fundraising because I need to go on that trip. Okay.
That's going to be nice. Well, we have to find out the best time to go because we don't want to go over there and get stuck. We want to go and enjoy ourselves and have great weather.
Yes. Yeah. No, I was like, I think the first week of June is when the Morocco trip is. So yes.
Very
so
nice.
It took me a little time. I'm working for my birthday, so I might make that as a late birthday gift.
Speaking of birthdays, since
yes.
you brought it up, on the 19th, your girl is celebrating her birthday. Now, I am accepting gifts of any size for the entire month. So y'all are already, what's today? Today is the 9th.
Yeah, exactly. We 9 days late. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that means we need to make it up in the next 10 days so that we can go ham on the 19th, y'all. Like,
okay, so y'all need to. I am accepting all, even if it's a card with a nice note in there. That's
buy that 30-day devotional, y'all. I promise you.
Oh, yeah,
not only will it bless her, but it will definitely bless you too. Okay.
Yes, because I'm getting ready to drop volume 2 to print. So y'all better go ahead and get one. So you will have one, and then when 2 comes out, you'll be ready for 2. And I'm also writing. Oh God, I'm finishing up my autobiography of my life, and y'all, as I'm typing, I'm like,
talk about do more in 2024. Okay,
what? I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm serious about this. Yes, and if you would have told me a year and a half, 2 years ago that I was going to publish books, I'd be like, yeah, I've wanted to do that, but to actually have one, and I look at it like, wow. I actually published a book. It's got my picture on it. And, people have bought the book and they've been blessed by it. Like, this is crazy. But You have to be intentional, which is why the title is what it is. So shout out to Corey for helping me with that title. I had the idea and she put the words together. So yeah, I want to give her props for that. But y'all, come on. We have the potential and the ability and the access to have so much more happiness, more joy, more love, more peace, more money, more whatever that is, whatever your more is, you have access to it. And we have you said something so great. You said we can get all of the training on something, but then you need to have the wisdom to know how to use the training that you've obtained. Like that blew my mind. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, that was a word. You have to have the wisdom to know how to use it. Otherwise, you're just taking a course, a workshop, you're taking notes and you're excited at the time. But if you don't have the wisdom to know how to put it in action,
it's like when we took Spanish in high school. How many of us took Spanish all throughout high school and probably middle school and can't still speak a lick? See, that's exactly what that's like. You got to be able to put it in practice. If you can't put it in practice and use it every day, then it ends up becoming something that now you feel like, dang, well, I just wasted a whole you know what I mean? I could have been, so it didn't yield you what you want. So you don't want to end up in that same position again.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Get excited, y'all. I know I am. And if you need a little bit of my energy, like I said, I got something to give. I got something to give.
Yes, absolutely. Well, y'all, we are not going to drag this on out. We have been on here our usual time, but we wanted to be the first ones to come on for this new year and to say Happy New Year and to encourage you and inspire you. See, this is what we do at House of Peach. We're here to motivate you, to inspire you, to push you to your greatness, to your next level, to your next dimension in your life. And so we want to do more in 2024. We don't want to go about things with the same tactics. They don't work. They were and I did a live on Facebook, and I haven't done one in a long time. I did a live on Facebook one day last week, and I said that the tactics and the strategy that we use in 2023 was for 2023. It's not going to work this year. There needs to be greater strategy, greater tactics, greater tools that we use for 2024. That stuff ain't working this year. So
like
watch
the flu shot.
It ain't working.
You hear me? It's like the flu shot.
Yeah.
The flu shot was for last year's flu, so it's not gonna do nothing for the buck for this year, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So we have to do more, y'all. You have it in you. We have it. I have businesses that I'm pushing and striving for. I put that picture on my Facebook page about the Alive. If you want to know about the Alive and what it can do for you, you need to hit me up, because that thing right there, that business Envision You and those vitamins have changed I wouldn't be like this. That stuff is amazing. Even if there are opportunities out this world, so you need to contact me. I'm taking advantage, and I know this was a godsend because I prayed about it. I'm like, God, look, I'm not trying to get into, start any other new venture. I need to know this is you that want me to do that. And he just kept bringing it back and bringing it back. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to. And it's been a blessing. Haven't even been in a year yet. And it's been a blessing both in my health, my natural body, and in my finances. So I'm intentional about doing what I need to. I got kids. And even though they're grown, I have grandchildren, 2 and 1 on the way. Come on. I got to leave something because I'm not going to be here forever.
Oh, yeah. Ask her, does she want a doula? I'm traveling this year, y'all. I'm not just in Delaware this year.
You know what? So, now that you speak of that, we need to definitely work on that, because she needs you. She needs you 150%. I don't even know if she's still watching, because she was earlier. Kayla, you still on here?
Kayla, if you do, holla at me. I got you, girl.
We're going to work out the particulars. We're going to make that happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, I'm here for the support. Y'all know I take birth seriously.
Yeah, you do.
And look, and I never pass up a chance to play with a placenta. So
and I don't know, she may want to do something interesting because she's never done anything.
Yeah.
So this may be the one, because yeah.
There we go.
How exciting. All right, y'all, listen. When are we on? We're on every single Tuesday evening, 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, 6:15 Central, and then 4:15 Pacific. We have all the time zones covered. Yeah, covered. So make sure that you join us. Share this broadcast out. Talk us up. Hey, we're all ready to talk of the area of the region. Like, what's going on? What is this House of Peach I hear about? Well, you need to
Yes.
watch the show. You need to say you need to come on Tuesdays and get on and watch the show. You need to find out what's going on because it's going down there. These female entrepreneurs that we have on here, you got to be ready for them. They have the information that you need. They may have the key that you need to get to your more in this year.
Yes.
Watch to find out. You got to come.
Absolutely. And this is not just for women. When I like, listen, everyone that we had last year, anyone could glean information from.
Yes.
I mean, we even had a female truck driver, which most people think is a male job. So at this point in time, now she could be over here speaking to someone who's looking to get into their CDL. Mm-hmm. So I want you guys to not what's the word? I guess hold your shares to just your female friends or your female entrepreneur friends, but make sure that everybody is in on this because there is so much that's going on. We're talking about life coaching, getting your life together, households, business, podcasting, all types of things. And like when I say like, y'all get ready, get ready. And these he said, she said segments, y'all.
Oh yeah, let's not forget that he said, she said. Morgan, her mind is amazing. When she came up with that, I'm like, man, that's like really good. So our he said, she said is for everyone. And we want you to be able to join us. So that's the segment where we invite you on. We send you the link. If you want to participate, you can come on and be on the panel and give your input, ask questions. You know, there was one that we did. I can't remember what the topic was, but we had couples on there. It was so good. Had such an amazing time on that. So that he said, she said, the last Tuesday and every single month is our he said, she said segment. And it's about topics that we want the male and the female perspective of. We don't want it to just be us. We want to make sure that all of us, hey, Jeff, happy New Year. So we want the perspective of the male and female because there may be some things that we don't know and some things that they don't know about us. So here's the time we're going to discuss it and talk about it. So I am excited about this year. I'm excited about our guests. When I get off here, I am going back on that page and I want to scroll because I have applied to be on the podcast for different ones. So I need to see what's going on with that.
Absolutely. And look, do the bio just the same as I did, because even underneath our show, just to be able to say, hey, we're looking for guests. I did a portion where I said I would be a guest for some people. And I've gotten a couple of people that are just like, hey, oh my gosh, I would love to have you. You know, what you want to talk about, or my talk topics are things that go along with what they, their gist of their show. So yeah, go at it. Honestly, like this is our year to bloom and blossom. Yeah. Just know I'm gonna be that really annoying friend that's going to constantly be plugging you everywhere to the point where you're like, can you please shut up? Give me like 3 months to catch up with all of the referrals that you have. Okay.
Because that's what we when the window of heaven opens, when the window of opportunity opens, that's why we have to prepare mentally to be able to receive what's coming. You have to, that's why we don't have time to play around, because we have to make sure our time is ready for what's coming. That's going to be a blessing, what we've been looking for. Don't worry, you good. I'm getting that. Hey, I've made some changes. I got some more changes to make. Oh, I'll be ready. I'm going to be ready. Happy New Year's, Evangelist Adam. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year.
Y'all, let us get off here because we get all excited. And the next thing you know,
I know. It'd be like 12 benedictions, right?
Yeah. We want to save this. We want to spread it out. We don't want it all in one night. We want to spread it out.
Exactly.
So until next Tuesday at this same time on this same platform. Y'all, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're international. We got international people
Exactly.
watching us. So join us next Tuesday at the same time. We would love to have you. Make sure you subscribe to the page. If you want to be on the show and you're a female entrepreneur, you reach out to us. We'll send you the link to get you scheduled so you can set it at your time, and then we can move on from there. We want to make sure that everyone gets on here. And the part twos, we want.
Yes, exactly. Jump in on there, y'all. Jump in on there.
Absolutely. So until next week, y'all have a good evening. Have a great rest of your week. Have a phenomenal weekend. Come on, y'all, and let's do more in 2024. See y'all next week.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm so extra. Express myself, I'm next up. Yeah, more do say. Coming up. Yeah, come on.